Hi, welcome to Sonic Sunday School. This week we're going to talk about this Washburn guitar. This is a Washburn New Idol. Kind of a familiar body shape. The traditional Idol had more of a, I think they were called original Idols, had a cut here, which I'll probably do a review on that in a couple weeks. I have that guitar as well. Maybe next week, I'm not sure. We have here is standard single cut setup, mahogany body. It's a spalted maple top. I actually believe it is a rosewood fingerboard instead of ebony, but it's got a mahogany neck. I believe these are Grover tuners. Let's see if it says. It doesn't say, so I can't be certain. They look like it, but I can't be sure. It may have said on the specs, but I don't believe this one is made anymore. I didn't bother looking online beforehand. I can't even remember the actual model of it. To look it up if I wanted to. But yeah, you've got your 2-volume, 2-tone. It's pretty standard. I'll go ahead and throw in some pictures of the spalted maple body. This has got I've got two of these actually, and this is the darker of the two. I'll probably do a quick video on the lighter one, but as far as the specs and everything go, those will be the same. It plays really well. One thing that they've done on the original Idols that they didn't do on this, which I guess because they want to keep it with the LP design, is this giant heel. On the other Idol, they don't have this. Actually, let me just go ahead and get that. Alright, so here is the traditional, or original Idol. Now, look at this neck joint. It's nice and smooth. You can actually play all the way up to the top fret and never touch body. Not even your thumb. It's really nice. And why, I actually had this guitar first, but if you have the ability to do this, and you know that you can do this kind of neck joint, why put this big block here? I mean, we're talking about it starts getting thick at the 15th fret, and then you've got all these other frets. You've got this big mass of wood here. There's no reason for it. It's kind of one of the reasons I don't play single cut guitars a lot is I do play up here. And, this doesn't start getting thick, till 19th fret. And by that point, your hand's long enough that you're not even touching. So, anyway, that's my only beef with this guitar. It sounds good. It plays good. Good setup. I bought this and the lighter one, which, as I said, I'll show you later. It's in a different. It's in the basement right now. Paid right around $160 for them on a Black Friday deal, and I just ended up getting both colors, and they're nice. I mean, I know it probably is getting old that all these videos are me saying, this is a nice guitar, but you have to understand, people aren't sending me products to review. These are guitars I chose to buy, so if I didn't like them, why would I keep them? So generally if you see me reviewing a guitar, at least, until somebody starts giving me stuff to review, which is unlikely, I'm probably going to have favorable reviews for the instruments. I'm going to show you things that, of course, nitpick, things that bother me a little bit. But for the most part, I'm going to like all the guitars that I review because I own them. I bought them, paid money for them. Some of them like these I couldn't try first, but had I not liked them, I'd have sold them. Now, one thing I will say that's weird is this is the same model as the other one, I believe. Maybe they're a number off. I think it's the same model though, just different colors. The necks are drastically different. This one has a much thicker neck than the lighter colored one. So that's actually kind of neat that they play a little different. They're both easily playable, but they feel slightly different. Not a ton, but slight. I don't know what that says for consistency, but like I said, they might be a number off. I know that, like in the original Idol, there are 3 or 4 that look really similar, but they're a number off, and maybe it's different inlays or different paint. But, yeah, I hadn't really gotten into Washburn guitars until recently, within the last few years, because a buddy of mine who runs a music store down in Canton, Texas, RNA Music, had these. He had bought some, I think it had been discontinued, so he bought some of the last stock and was blowing them out at a really good price. And I ended up ordering one because I had a Les Paul, but I didn't have something like this at that time. Other than the Les Paul, which is too heavy and I don't play it very often. I keep it basically because if I sold it, I couldn't replace it without dropping, $3,000-$4,000 because it's a Les Paul custom. But anyway, I ended up buying one of these and I liked it. It sounded great. Played really great. So I actually got a hold of him and ordered another one. So I had 2 of these. And you don't see it on video very often, but I do play it and I like it for recording. These other new models, the new Idol, is more what I would probably play live, just because I didn't pay as much for it, and I've got a couple of them as well that are a little different, so you can change them up on stage, but I don't play out that often anymore. And the last time I played out, I used my Chapman M1, so I'll have to get out some more of my Godin stuff. I really like my Exit 22, but maybe at some point in time I will dig out. I don't know how I would say. I don't know if it's my favorite guitar, my most important guitar, the most sentimental valued guitar. But at some point I'll probably dig it out. I don't play it very often. It kind of has too much value to me sentimentally. I mean, it would mean anything to anybody else, but for me it does. But anyway, yeah, basic review. It's just a basic single cut style guitar. They're good. They play good. I think I don't have my Les Paul handy. I think the body's a little thinner. I think the body's actually, it might be about the same as the original Idol. But I think it's a little thinner than my Les Paul Custom, which is a 1983, so the specs might be different now. I'm not that much of a Gibson follower, which is another reason why I bought this. I really didn't want to buy a Gibson. I've seen way too many videos where people have paid a boatload of money and been really unhappy with quality control, fit and finish. But I figured for $160, I mean, I can't really go wrong. And these were a steal at that price, because these are really nice guitars. Nicer than I expected them to be, actually. But it just goes to show you that you can look around, find deals, and you don't. Well, I think it's a really good idea to play something before you buy it. You don't always have to, especially if you can see that it's a really good deal. I had looked other places on the web to discover that $160 was really cheap compared to the normal price of this. I don't remember what that was, but it was quite a bit of a savings. So another buddy of mine actually bought one, and I think he's pretty happy with it too. Although I don't talk to him very often. But yeah, that's the Washburn New Idol. Nice little single cut. I think the body might be a little smaller in this dimension as well. I'm going to have to dig out my Les Paul and do some comparisons, but for right now I'm guessing. It looks it. Or the contours are just a little different. It is arch-topped, like most of this style of guitar is. And, ankle back neck, things like that. Stop tailpiece, kinematic style bridge. But yeah, that's it for this guitar. And hope you enjoyed the video. If you're thinking about getting one of these, go ahead and pull the trigger. It's a nice guitar. And that's it. I will see you later. Take care and have fun. Keep playing.